So here's Brisbane with their season precariously placed, you'd have to say. This time last year they were 7-3. They're 5-5 in 2018. Andrew McCulloch has the possibility of sealing the Queensland number 9 jumper now after the news of Cameron Smith's retirement this week.
Yeah, they're 5-5, which on the surface isn't that bad compared to the rest of the competition, but the 5 from 5 hasn't been convincing, has it? There's been a couple there they could easily have lost. They could be a lot worse off. And tonight, under strength, under man, the great coach Wayne Bennett with his magic wand will need to do something special to hold out this Roosters team. But he's done it before, plenty of times.
Well, the Roosters seeking 3 consecutive wins for the first time this season.
Run over to him, run.
There's Wayne Bennett. Both he and Trent Robertson have an eerily similar record as far as winning percentage. They both sit at around about 60%. Darius Boyd, all his experience will be critical tonight in a Broncos team missing so much of that experience. It's basically a new look side, a youthful back row, an exciting back row. Tavita Pangai Jr., Jaden Sewer and Joe Offhand-Gowie.
We can hear you, Badge. Two behind it.
The referee's sorting out some technical problems, and Friday night football is underway off the boot of the Roosters. And Lodge with the first rumble back for the game. Up to the 20-metre line to be tackled by Ryan Madison. Here is Tavita Pangai Jr. running out near his own 30-metre line. He played front row at the start of the year, played lock last week, and now into the second row position, Tavita Pangai. Here's Sam Thaiday looking to win his 100th NRL match on this ground at Suncorp Stadium. He'll be the first man to do so. McCulloch from dummy half, Lodge with a second run. Held off Talkeaho there. Madison into assist in the tackle. Here's the last. It'll come for an Anthony Milford high kick. Travels down to James Tedesco. Another player who's looking at a Blues jumper, maybe. Never won a game in the NRL against the Broncos, James. That's surprising. And a player who has never won an NRL game here in Blake Ferguson. Won an Origin match on Suncorp, but never in club colours, Blake. On the 30-metre line. Friend away for an early Cooper Cronk kick. There was no one back there. Darius was up near the main line, and Corey Oates does the rush back to pick it up.
Yeah, it's good coaching, that. They've noticed on the videotape that Darius Boyd likes to stay up close to the defensive line in the early tackles, and Cooper Cronk kicked into free space at the back there to turn them around.
McCulloch plays left to Tavita Pangai Jr. And he aimed his run straight at Cooper Cronk that time. Orbison into assist. McCulloch for Milford once more. This one is stab kick, end over end. Takes a bounce towards the in goal. Tedesco makes a play. He's got a good kick chase confronting him there, James. It's back near his own 10. Jaden Sewer, the defender. Now Manu. The desperation by McCulloch up off the line. They're trapped on their own 10-metre line here, the Roosters. Now Blake Ferguson. Picks up 10 hard yards. The second leading meter getter in the competition this year, Blake. We've got another problem for Brisbane, however.
Well, this looks nasty. And some immediate concern here. Let's see who it is. Yeah, got his head in the wrong position there.
I think it's Opacek.
Got his head down low. And that will be the end of his night. Calling for the doctor.
We'll take a break while Tom Opacek gets some assistance. So Tom Opacek getting his head in a bad position there, trying to make the tackle. He's getting some assistance from the medical staff. We'll go down to Brad's sideline.
Yeah, young Katoni Staggs. I was out there out at Mudgee. I met him out at Mudgee. Him and his girlfriend at the time, and good young player. He's been in the New South Wales pathways for some time. Always elected to stay out in the country. He's a Wellington boy. Quite a, Blake Ferguson actually is a Wellington boy. Due to Blake Ferguson knocking out Opacek, Katoni Staggs gets his chance. But fine young player. He's been one of the better players as a kid, coming through all the grades. Gets his first opportunity for the mighty Broncos club tonight. I'm sure he won't let them down.
Yeah, Tom Opacek, they're just putting him through a series of tests out here. Sometimes when a player gets knocked out and can't communicate how he's feeling, they're running through a series of tests, and they've now cleared him of any neck damage, which is good news. So hopefully at worst it's just a concussion, but it gets a little bit scary for friends and loved ones when they see him down there and they're whispering in his ear and trying to test body parts, and they've got to go through the whole scan of checks.
Wait, boys.
Well, the youngster didn't have to wait long to enter the fray. Katoni Staggs, 19, been playing in the Intrust Super Cup for the Redcliffe Dolphins this year. Leading point scorer in the competition. He's now an NRL player after only 2.5 minutes of this match. Cordner playing it to Jake Friend. And a long kick here, an attempted spiral by Cronk down the centre of the park. Bounces friendly. Boyd with the carry back to the 30-metre line.
Luke Keary, flop in. Play on.
A quick tap here, or now he's going to pull it up.
Hey, Dylan. Easy, mate.
You had Matt Lodge offside.
Luke Keary,
Sam as well.
Just with Katoni Staggs coming on to play at left centre for the Broncos, he will mark Mitch Orbison for the Roosters. So one player in his 250th game, and a young fella on debut.
I just noticed him. He actually, just in defence, he looked up and like, who am I marking him? Oh, wow. Only 250 that bloke.
So the Broncos 41 from the Roosters line. They've lost 3 of their last 4 home games, this Brisbane outfit. Backs to the wall, under-resourced with players. And they produce something. Here's Lodge now up to the 30, one-handed offload, Milford. And away to Pungai Jr. He's big and strapping, but he's athletic as well. He's 15 out from the line. Here's young Staggs, off now for Milford. Oh, Milford hit well, and a good tackle by Talkeaho, but they were inside the 10.
10 metres.
10 metres.
You.
Doing,
1 foot on the line, Jake.
Hey? Let me know. What are you doing? Tap in, Jake.
They ignore the penalty goal.
Yeah, well, they've decided they've got to score tries to win tonight. Penalty goals won't be any good to them. Good positive attitude.
McCulloch sends it to Jaden Sewer. Cordner there with Tedesco. A big, long, floating ball from McCulloch finds Milford. And now for Darius Boyd. Here's young Staggs. Cut down 5 short of the Roosters line. Madison the tackler. Boyd the dummy half. Milford the first receiver. A ball for Lodge. He comes together with Dylan Napa. Big shot. 2 big men collide as Milford slips the ball out of nothing. 6 to go for the line. They can't get it down. McCulloch,
Andrew McCulloch, tackle 1.
He tried to burrow there but couldn't find the turf.
Out here.
Well, this is like a pinball. Rapid fire stuff. Here's the hick from Dylan Napa.
Oh, that's a ripper from Dylan Napa. Playing himself into form just before Origin. Was good last week. That's a good sign.
Go, 1.
They're still alive though, Brisbane. Best part of a full set at their disposal. McCulloch gives it to Lodge. Tries to power his way there. The goalpost aids some assistance to the Roosters defenders. McCulloch now out for Nicarima. He puts an early kick through. Friends there to clean up, and he's taken over the back.
Yeah, well, whirlwind start here by the Broncos on the back of a little bit of possession. They're running hard, moving the ball around, supporting each other.
Yeah, they're up, aren't they? A little bit of youth in this team tonight, and it's lifted the whole side. The prop, Matt Lodge, he's been terrific. 5 or 6 really strong hit-ups already, and an offload, really good offload a couple of minutes ago. So they're up for it, the Bronx.
Just getting some text messages through from the Panthers. They're telling me that Tony Staggs is a cousin of Tyrone Teaching.
Stay behind,
A
Luke.
little bit of trivia.
Good pedigree.
Well, the game last night, Tyrone.
Tell you what. Here's Lodge again. Brisbane piling on the pressure. The Roosters haven't cracked yet. They are the best defensive team in the competition. 21 out. Thaiday playing it. McCulloch to the right. Milford goes short. Offhand Gowie running onto it at pace. Corder there to wrap him up though. Here's Lodge. Ball playing out the back. Milford to Boyd. Now to Staggs. He catches and passes. They're in. It's Corey Oates.
You're okay with touchline. I'm going to check grounding. I believe it's... Yep.
The bunker needs to verify it, but Brisbane look like they've converted pressure into points after 7 minutes of play.
Just reviewing the grounding, please.
There's great hands by all concerned. And Corey Oates, you won't stop him from a couple of metres out. Unless
Corey Oates maintains possession. We need to confirm the ball is on the line. And he has grounded the ball on the try line. We have a decision.
Every Broncos player in that movement did their job perfectly. Perfectly timed passes all the way through until they got to the space out wide. And a good finish by that man, Corey Oates.
Well, he did really well, the youngster here. You can imagine his excitement when he can see the try line only a moment away. Boyd gets him the ball, digs into the hole, gets the ball away quickly. Harvey Norman replay. Young Katoni Staggs. Lovely quick hands pass here onto Corey Oates. Darius Boyd pulls him into the hole, pulls Ferguson in, gets the ball away. And Oates gets the ball. Yeah.
Just.
Darren Lockyer.
Well, they had to get every pass right in that play. Now to the left, they tried it a bit earlier. Tony Staggs got tackled, but the pass out the back by Lodge and then Darius Boyd sweeping around. He just got Orbison interested in the play. You see here the pass out the back, Milford and Darius Boyd. That's his favourite play, 3-on-2. He got Orbison interested enough to then get the winger to come in, and that opened enough space for Oates, who doesn't miss from there.
Here's Isaako from right up against the touchline. They've been superb in the opening exchanges. Brisbane. A 6-0 advantage would be a nice reward to start this. Isaako wants this to swing. It starts to. Not enough. 4-0.
Yeah, okay, all right. You're in position. Wait, Latrell.
Latrell Mitchell resumes from the centre of the halfway. And it'll be Lodge with another powerful run. Well, they were beaten here at Suncorp last week. The Broncos against Manly, 38-24 the score. That was a Manly home game as part of the double-header. Better start tonight to get them on the front foot. Up within 15 of the halfway line. Talkiaho there in defence. Lodge. Oh, Jake Friend bumped off easily by Lodge. Here's the final play. McCulloch sends it right. Milford with a spiral down the centre of the field. Ferguson charging back. He's in sparkling form this year, Blake. And the Corey tackle was important because if he didn't bring Ferguson to ground there was some open territory in front of him. Good battle, that one. Ferguson v Oates. Napa. Charging up near the halfway line. Off there, Gowie and Pangai Jr. stop him in the tackle. Here's Cronk. Tedesco chiming in. That's Alkeaho. Thought offload, but thought better of it. On the 30-metre line. Cronk will send an inside pass to Tedesco. Oh, yawning gap. Ball comes away to Cordner. He flicks it out the back. It's with Liu. It's now with Jake Friend. They've got numbers. It's Mitchell. He flings it over the top, but Thaiday saves the day.
Some razzle-dazzle from the Roosters, only the second possession of the night.
Sorry, Fatty, in back play, Latrell Mitchell and James Roberts were having a little toe-to-toe.
Saying hello to each other.
Might have been talking about what they're going to do in Origin camp. Now Milford takes them on, dazzling footwork. Milford bumps away from another defender. Up over the halfway, brilliant stuff by Anthony Milford. Gee, we've seen two magnificent exhibitions of running in the space of 30 seconds. First Tedesco, then Milford, and now we see a Falcon. It comes for Isaako to send a kick up in the air. Ferguson takes the catch, tries to get around Corey Oates. He's eventually tackled on the 40. We might have an HIA coming for Ryan Madison, who's been hit in the bush.
Ferguson?
Yeah, got hit in the head, knocked him out.
Okay, Badge, this is now yours.
Yes.
For one.
Just let him check him first.
Now, there's a difference between stunned and concussed, I would assume, but bang.
Oh,
He will have to go to the HIA based on that evidence. He just ducked straight into it. Yes, no, it's not going to be your night.
well, he's staying out there for the moment.
A couple of aspirin, he'll be right.
Well, that's right. Not every hit in the head means you're concussed. It can just sting a lot.
That's done. Corner. Tackle beyond Brisbane 40. Now Keary with a shot at them. Oh, good tackle. Cody Nikorima. Hasn't there been some great one-on-one defence in the first 12 minutes? A very skinny short side. Mitchell with a kick back to the open. Boyd is hit hard by Keary this time. Now to beat a Pangai Jr. 6 out from his own line. Milford just passed it straight into Napa with the intention of milking a penalty. And the penalty is forthcoming.
Well, if he didn't hit Napa with it, it would have gone between the posts and out into the crowd.
A big risk. I was talking to him, just taking a
He
risk.
nearly tries to knock Napa out with it, not just throw it into him. Madison has come from the sideline. But Milford throws this ball so hard. What's this? Whoosh. Now, there's no one behind Napa.
In the middle.
I don't know who he's throwing it to. No one.
It was point blank. Surely he couldn't have missed.
Yeah, well, but
Time on. Sorry, mate.
there was no one behind him that he was passing it to. There's no one behind there. There's not a Bronco in sight. He might have hit the pocket referee. Gavin Badger might have worn that.
And Lodge colliding there with Andrew McCulloch and breaking over the halfway line. Early result from ANZ. Win for the Warriors over the Eels. Another team that's been undermanned. The Warriors, they got Luke back. But no Sean Johnson, and they got the job done by 24 points to 14. You can see the highlights at wwis.com.au.
And the Eels led 14-12 with under 15 minutes to play. Fell apart a little bit at the back end. The Warriors very strong late.
You'd have to say that officially over the Eels season. If it wasn't already.
I think she was over a long time ago.
Matt Lodge.
Roosters get their first penalty of the night. I'm very impressed with the defence tonight. Some really good tackling from both sides. Hard. Great to watch. Darren Lock, you're on the sideline.
Yeah, just to confirm what we all thought, Tom check his night is over. He won't be back.
Your whistle.
All right, thanks, Darren. Good to see him at least walk from the field.
Now you see this with Wayne Bennett coach teams, particularly when they're down on troops and people aren't anticipating a victory. They come out running hard, tackling hard, and moving the ball around. And he's got the ability just to lift individuals to play to their best. Always hard to beat.
Let's see if they can sustain it for 80. They've got to defend their own line now. Here's Victor Radley back from a 1-week suspension. Had his legs knocked over by McCulloch. Friend sends it to the left. Finds Cronk. Kick off the outside of the boot to the in goal. Oh! That was close, but it was just dead.
Yeah, mate, he's running. Your whistle. Your whistle. This will be 0.
Look out.
Back to the centre of the 20 for a quick restart. Oh! Another good collision. That's Staggs, the man with the ball.
0.
This is breakneck pace, this game.
Yeah, the old coach has got him up for it, as you would anticipate he would. He's been doing it long enough. It's just whether or not they can sustain it for 80 minutes. But they've got the Roosters on the back foot a little.
Here's Joe off and Yowie. Look at that for an illustration of running hard.
Maybe they got him on the back foot a lot.
Got him on their back. End of story. McCulloch. There's the return of serve from Taukeiaho. It's Brisbane's number 9 with a good tackle. Boyd into dummy half. Linking up with Thaiday. Oh, another good shot, forcing the ball out.
Second one by Victor.
It's Cooper Cronk.
We'll play the first one. First one, team.
Well, they're a little bit rattled, the Roosters. And they're only kidding themselves if they didn't think this was the sort of game they were going to get tonight. You don't come to Brisbane ever and play a soft Broncos team. And particularly when they're down on troops, I've seen this so often over the years. They're able to lift and really find something.
Heads in. Stay down, Jake.
A reminder too, in 2018, Rugby League fans can stream all of Nine's NRL matches live and free on Nine Now. Download the Nine Now app and you can watch us anytime, anywhere. Here's Manu doing some centre field work in from the left wing. Liu running into Thaiday. Short of the halfway line, over it now. A smooth moving Taukeiaho. Strong run. Ball's come out, strip was the call. Roosters will get a penalty.
Go 10 to me. Yeah, play on.
And Jake French taken off from the quick tap. Gives the pass away. It's Tedesco. It'll be hard to stop from here. Tedesco back to Fred. It's on the deck. Roberts had a play at it. Mitchell's got it. He dropped it.
Can you believe that?
I was just about to say the Roosters have got to settle down here and get a good set of 6 away. Oh, look out, they've dropped the ball.
Yeah, no hands, though, off the body.
Okay.
Stand up now. Just hold.
Well, they've just got to settle down and get through a set of 6. They're off and gone, and now they've conceded a penalty. So, the Broncos fans who have turned up tonight are enjoying this thoroughly.
Kicking now, Joe. Your whistle, mate. He's 10. Victor. Up in the middle.
Good crowd, people still coming in.
Wait for the foot.
Oh, Katoni Staggs hit hard by Orbison. The veteran versus the kid. The veteran showed him how it's done there. Corbin Sims this time. Off the bench in 16. Short pass from Milford. Ball went away to offhand Gowie, and he's 34 metres short of the Roosters line. His Lodge going at them. Wrapped up by Cronk and Napa. McCulloch sends it right. Milford turning it underneath. Here's the last. Offhand Gowie playing it to McCulloch, who sets off for a run. Now Friend sticks the boot out and was able to prevent the kick going through. And Liu dives on it for the Roosters. Blake Ferguson. 8 tries against Brisbane throughout his career, up there with one of his best returns against all clubs. Here's Radley. Playing in the back row, 7 short of the halfway. Cronk spinning it for Keary. He goes to Mitchell. He leaves Roberts behind, then goes to Manu down the sideline. Manu's got support everywhere, draws and passes, and Keary will open the Roosters account.
Stop! Nothing yet.
With a long-range effort.
No,
Nothing
Jaden.
yet. Nothing yet.
Okay, I've got to try, Badge.
It was just a collision.
Easy to eat
Referee's
up.
saying this is just a collision in the end goal.
Is that the
Roosters
cricket without
players weren't
collision,
happy.
I think he just ran through the
I
back
haven't
of it.
But some really good work
just
here.
like the try.
First of all, by Latrell Mitchell to dispossess himself of James Roberts and then get a 2-on-1 for his winger Joseph Manu. But as Joseph Manu runs into the backfield, watch Latrell Mitchell here. You get a short ball away from Keary, bang, Roberts, get out of my way. Then he gets the pass away. Now Joseph Manu races into the backfield knowing that Darius Boyd is an interceptor in these situations, so he passes real early and he gets it past Darius Boyd's outstretched hand. Now you've got to know those things when you're outside back and you break into the backfield, what the fullback's likely to do. Darren Lockyer?
Yeah, well, there was a little bit of argy-bargy between Mitchell and Roberts earlier. At that time, Mitchell got one over him, but a bit earlier, Roberts was he upended Mitchell, and that's why Mitchell resented it. But then he got one over the back of him there. So, look, we talked about the duel before the game, and it's living up to it. Here it was earlier. This is what Mitchell resented. A little bit of one-on-one, and then this time, well, it's probably now 1-1. I'd say 2-1 in favour of Mitchell now because he's just set up a try. And you're right, Manu does well here. Darius Boyd, he's pretty good at stopping these tries. I remember he intercepted a pass in a semi-final here a couple of years ago in the first minute of the game. But well done, Roosters.
He's the most dangerous player on the field, Latrell Mitchell, tonight. And Roberts there thought he was affecting just a regulation, nice, slow, hard driving tackle. But Mitchell, just a little bit of evasion right at the hitting point, and away he went.
He's kicking well too, Latrell. Sweet strike, the Roosters hit the lead.
Yeah, mate. Wait, you mate. Stay behind it here, boys.
It's good, mate. Yeah, going good, mate.
So some magic from Latrell Mitchell. He's had a running battle with James Roberts, not just tonight, but back to last season as well. Think back to the qualifying final of last year when the Roosters went past Brisbane with a 2-point victory. It was in the balance that game. In fact, Brisbane led right until the dying minutes, and Mitchell came up with one of the best individual tries of the season. Left Roberts in his wake with a palm. Got the Roosters through. Fourth tackle penalty.
Go 10, Jaden, go 10.
Everyone's onside.
Yeah, the referee was yelling out, hands away, and he didn't get his hands away, therefore the penalty. So Roosters will be attacking deep.
Thanks, Chef. Halfway, Jack.
Wait for the foot. Hold Andrew.
Napa from the tap restart. Sims and McCulloch combining to stop him within 25 of the line. Taukiaho picks up an extra 10 metres. For in the dummy half. Away to Cronk. Plays short to Liu. McCulloch busy in defence tonight, as he always is, but they're only 5 out, the Roosters. Can they go back to back? Here's Keary. Away to Radley. And the referee says knock on, but Radley didn't handle it, and the ball bounced into Milford.
Okay, we all up?
Yeah, what they did here was work to a position on the field
You're right there, Badge.
where they could run a little play and get Anthony Milford one-on-one. See there, he's putting Radley right onto Milford, but Radley comes up with a bit of a bobble before he gets a chance to charge at him, but they isolated him pretty well.
Here's the VB hard-earned index coming up. This is the magic formula, Gus.
Yeah, all the data goes into a computer with a specific algorithm and comes up with the answer of who's the VB hard-working player on the field. Joe Offahengawi. If you put the race form into it, Fatty, it tells you the winner of the race is tomorrow.
Can we do it? The old algorithm.
We've got an entire department dedicated to that algorithm, Paul. We've all got lab coats on.
It's a secret algorithm.
Milford. He looks dangerous tonight, doesn't he? Now to Pangai Jr. playing on left edge. Lodge comes off. Sam Takatizi's out there. This is his second appearance as a Bronco. Milford kicks high. Tedesco catches on the 10. Tedesco with blinding pace as always. Stopped on his own 20-metre line. Now Manu with a run from dummy half. Oh, crusher tackle.
Go 10, James! Go 10, James! Send him back 10.
See the pressure by Roberts around Manu's neck. The referee saw that.
Well, that's no good for anyone, that. What do you made of Tedesco's season so far, Gus? He's sort of not exactly doing what he was doing at the Tigers last year.
I guess he's trying to fit into a new structure, and the Roosters have been a bit up and down themselves, and with a new half, Cooper Cronk, trying to get into the side. He's not the player he was at the Tigers, certainly not playing in the same way.
Here's Keary.
But there's glimpses, there's hope.
Well, he can run. Whenever he gets the ball in his hands, he can run. But
here's a short side raid. Orbison stopped only 5 out from the Broncos line. Ferguson does the dummy half play. It comes away to Cronk now, who turns it to Uriah Hargreaves. He's 12 out from the line. Friend with a ball away. Cronk with a kick up in the air. The jump was on. It was there for Mitchell.
I got the ball, Badge.
He got a hand on it, according to the referee. Latrell doesn't agree.
Wait! Yeah, we're set.
This will be interesting to have a look at this again. Yeah, it did touch his hand.
Oh, Latrell, please.
he's a fibber. Yeah, with Tedesco, I don't find him as a creative player. Latrell Mitchell is all over.
Look at that. I mean, James Roberts would get on the outside of nearly every player, but at this stage, Latrell's got his measure. Two really good centres. I love a centre battle.
Takatizi. He'd had only 8 minutes as a Bronco prior to tonight. Played back in round 6. Only very limited game time on that occasion. Corbin Sims this time. And Milford on the last. Stabs a kick through, and Ferguson is happy to shepherd this one over the sideline.
Yeah, Tedesco, he sort of doesn't fit in to the modern day fullback of being creative. He's kind of looking for his own opportunities. He's waiting for players to put him into holes or make a break that he can support, where the modern day fullback is something of a ball player. He's He's a creative player. That's, your Darius Boyd, who created the first try for the Broncos here tonight. And I guess his main opposition for a Blues jersey is Tommy Trbojevic. He's a very different sort of player, very skillful player.
Stay down. Wait for the out. In we go. Hold. In. Go. That's awesome. Move together. Cody. Foot plate. Go. One. Andrew. Get the hand out. Good square. Hold. Go.
Cordner pokes through, gets right through the line, gets up to the halfway. Now Tedesco with an opportunity in broken play, linking up with Keary. Oh, Mitchell tried the miracle half-volley catch and couldn't quite pull it off. There's not too many things on a field he can't do, but that was just a fraction too difficult.
They're just starting to get on top, I reckon, after 20-odd minutes, 25 minutes, the Roosters. But this sort of, that pass, you know, it was a tough pass to throw. He only just got the ball, had to wind up and throw a long pass, and it was behind him and low and up. In those situations, you've got to hang on to it.
Yeah, you do. And that's what you try to say to young players. If someone throws you a bad pass, stop where you're going. Forget about where you're going, catch it. And, you know, he could catch that, and then he could get on his way. He's trying to get on his way and catch it as a secondary notion. You've got to catch it. If someone throws you a bad pass, make him feel better by catching it.
Here's Tagatese. Tackled by Fred. 15 inside Roosters territory. McCulloch with a left short side Ray. Jesus, strong runner. This by Pangai Junior. Staggs! Katoni Staggs! The debutant! With a try to remember! Backing up a great bust by Pangai Junior, and the 19-year-old's in the scorebook.
Good on you, son. Outstanding. Good on him. His parents will be here. All his friends, family. It's great. First try in his first grade game. A lot of blokes have done it. And this all comes, of course, from that Roosters mistake. Strong run. Brilliant stuff. And one poor missed tackle, and away he goes. That's a moment that Katoni Staggs will remember forever.
Yep. Somewhere down the track, he'll be sitting a grandchild on his knee. I'll be saying, how'd you go in your first game, Grandpop?
He's got a while to wait. He's only 19.
Hey, doesn't matter. He'll get there. We all do.
Yes, Brad.
Yeah, quite a contrast. If you go back to the mistake from Latrell Mitchell, here's a bloke who sort of wears the burden of the creativeness of the Roosters. You know, he could have actually, you know, just caught that and taken the tackle. And here's a young kid that just wants to impress his mates. He's just going to do anything to impress his teammates. What a great play for a young kid. What a moment, Katoni Staggs.
The Broncos arrest the lead back, and they can push it out to 4 points if Isaako sends this through. And he's done that to make it 10-6.
Keep looking for us on that 10. Just eyes on contact here. Time your run here, guys. Hold behind it.
Fascinating game of rugby league here at Suncorp in VB Friday Night Football. The Broncos undermanned and serving it up to the Roosters, who are looking for three on the hop. Korea Hargreaves and Sims coming together, two of the game's real hard men. Now Corey Oates with a run. He's got 8 line breaks so far this season, Corey, ranked equal third in the competition in that department. Now Tagatese with a good run.
Yeah, well, last week the Roosters really bounced back to form. Their forwards just absolutely gave it to the Warriors, laid the platform for a 32-0 victory. The Broncos have stood up to them tonight, with and without the ball.
Oh, there's a good shot, and it's the hitman, Radley. Tedesco takes the catch and accelerates. He was thinking of Ferguson, but in the twinkling of an eye, he's back to within 13 metres of the halfway. Just on Radley, Paul, he's not a big man by modern forward standards, but goodness me, doesn't he?
He goes good. Great timing. Those big hits are all about timing.
Carey for Mitchell. Here we are. Latrell in and away. Ball goes to Carey. Oh, what a hit back by the Roosters.
I'm happy.
When Latrell gets it, just put everything you got down and just watch the TV. He's stunning.
It's no surprise they're heading most of their attack down their left-hand side, where Latrell Mitchell is. He's a star, isn't he? Oh, he's saying to Brad Fittler, pick me, pick me, pick me. Look at him dummying. One-handed passes. There's nothing he can't do.
Well, Brad Fittler, how'd you like that?
Well, the brilliance has come from Mitchell, but I like the bloke inside him that's passing him the ball and supporting. Luke Keary, once again, no one's really saying his name in this game, but he's been the one that's been behind anything exciting the Roosters are doing. Gets on the outside of Tagatese, gives Latrell a bit of space. Beautiful option from Latrell. That right-hand fend, he just knows is so strong, and he really relies on it. And then there he is, the creator and the scorer.
Well, I guess if you were a New South Wales coach, it would be hard to pick one without the other then.
Well, there's a couple of weeks to go. I got taught off a great New South Wales coach that if you pick your teams too early, you just lead to heartache. So I don't want to pick my team too early, but they're going very well for the Roosters 2 weeks out.
He scored 2 in the first half, Luke Keary.
Been a cracking first half. I mean, there's only 5 minutes to go. Cracking first half, both sides.
Mitchell makes it 12-10.
Still waiting, Jermaine. 5 seconds. Keep behind it, Corey. Stay behind here, James. Wait, boys, wait.
A 2-point gap for the Roosters. This is seesawed right throughout the first half. Well, they deserve a break, these two teams. Amazing game. Played at great intensity so far. Blake Ferguson tackled on his own 20-metre line. Gee, Tavita Bungalow Jr. over the century of running metres already. James Tedesco narrowly ahead of Blake Ferguson for the Roosters as Pop goes down the right. Oates in to stop Mitchell Orbison. Now to Rhea Hargreaves. Stop short of the halfway. Staggs there to help with the defence. Now Cronk. With a kick across the field. Oh, well done, Jermaine Isaako under enormous pressure. That ball dipped sharply at the death. And the Roosters thundering after it. Puts his body on the line and securely takes it. Jaden Sewer now for Brisbane. 3 short of the halfway line. Keary the tackler. There's Sims. Bumps away from Keary, but Radley came in to finish the tackle off. Oh, forward pass.
It's a handover. Roosters ball. Play the ball.
All right, well, a dangerous little 3 minutes coming up here. Broncos have been really good.
Who's playing it? Work that right side.
Roosters have threatened to get on top a couple of times, but the Broncos keep fighting back. This last 3 minutes could be telling.
We've got Saturday football as well on the Wild Sports. The Queensland Intra Super Cup, Ipswich Jets, North Devils. And North Ipswich Reserve. We'll see that from 1 o'clock tomorrow, and then in the New South Wales Intrust Super Premiership, the Dragons and the Warriors at Henson Park. It's from 1 o'clock.
I saw Benny Walker today. He and Shane Walker coached the Ipswich Jets. He said that should be a terrific game tomorrow against the North Devils. Well worth watching. 1 o'clock.
Tedesco. Here's James Tedesco with some dazzling footwork. Orbison's taken over though.
Is that new kid again with that tackle?
Certainly was.
It's him. Staggs. Everyone write it down. Katoni Staggs. He can score tries, he can stop him. Good on you. Nearly put him in the grandstand, the 250 game veteran. I got your number, son. There it is. Off he goes. Good on him.
Well, how many players are they missing, the Broncos?
6,000.
They got 6 of their top liners out, 4 internationals, an Origin player in Jack Bird and Payne Haas, and they lost Opacek in the first 2 minutes.
They're doing very well.
Jaden Sewer. 90 seconds out from half time. Darius Boyd dumps it back for Sims. On the 40-metre line. 4 tackle Brisbane. Cutting for Nigarima. Now for Roberts. Roberts up against the big man. Looking for a way through, but Friend clings to him and stops him on the halfway line. Uh-oh, Roberts has got a problem.
Tackle 5, James Roberts.
I don't know that this is a leg issue. Might be. Not his left or right leg anyway.
With your foot. Make sure you wait for Terry. Wait. Last tackle.
Leave me out.
Last tackle. Go. Last.
Milford on the last. Bumping away. Goes to Staggs. On debut, the youngster with a chip over the top, and he might. Oh, it's Ferguson. Ferguson's held onto it.
Up now.
It looked like he knocked it on at real time. The crowd thought so. And the Roosters given a penalty.
Not quick. Wait 10 minutes. No. You've got to wait. You can't go quick.
Why, Gus, why is it sometimes they let him... Here it is. Here. Is it a knock on or not? He goes... Catches it. And does it hit the ground? That's a knock on to me. The ball hit the ground. Why do they go, sometimes you can run and sometimes you can't? You work it out?
No.
I can't work it out.
No.
Last chance of the half. Inside ball, Tedesco. Tackled by Boyd. The siren will sound, and Brisbane, with an uncomfortable moment there on the stroke of the bell, have got to the half-time break, trailing by 12-10.
Well, that's a cracking 40 minutes of football. Absolutely cracking 40 minutes from both teams.
And there's the supporters of the young first gamer, Katoni Staggs, who has scored a try in his first game. There is his fans from Wellington, the Wellington Cowboys, his junior club. Long way Brisbane from Wellington, but they've made the trek. They're wearing the club jumper as well. And they'll be pleased with what their man's been able to produce in his first game. Not just the try, but some great defence as well. 19-year-old Katoni Staggs. Remember that name? Roosters, they got a game here. Ahead by 12. 2 tries to Luke Keary. Oates and Staggs, as I said, the try scorers for Brisbane. Here's Madison, who scored 5 tries this season himself. The ball's come down for Brisbane, however, and it's Tavita Pungai Jr. who has 1 possession for the home team. Corey Oates.
Work out of there, Jared Ryan. Hold, Jake, hold. 2.
It's stolen away. Maybe that there might have been 2 involved in the tackle there, but the referees were happy enough with it. This is Joel Fangawi. Victor Radley, the tackler, along with Ted Ivano. Milford teaming up with Nicarima. Oh, big shot and back play. Aurea Hargreaves is in the middle of it.
Yeah, there's a late shot. Aurea Hargreaves on Milford.
Just get Ashton. You all right, Anthony?
I did speak to you earlier. You got the mark badge?
Yeah, mate. Yeah.
Good
Jake,
missing.
In motion, mate.
I did caution him earlier.
Look at him now, though. Look, how can he pull out that, honestly? In a game of football, when you're going that fast,
Jake?
there's no way he can pull out of that tackle.
Yes, thank you, Ash. Mate, I've heard your point. Mine is that the ball is gone and he makes forceful contact afterwards. It's on report. He was cautioned in the first half. Okay, signal it, Badge.
Well, he had his head down and he was driving in hard. Not saying he's hard done by, but
Probably should do that
he's
first.
either have to gonna.
I thought you already did.
They're going to kick for goal here. That's why we're talking about commitment. I don't think it's late. Certainly don't think it's late.
There's not much in it. It probably shouldn't be on report. When he just got him in a hard tackle, the ball was gone, but he was committed to it. I mean,
Well, how many times does he throw a dummy? Anthony Milford.
that's right. And then if the player doesn't commit to the tackle and drops off and Milford runs through, there's the problem.
Yeah.
You're answering to your coach.
Exactly. His explanation was, well, he was cautioned in the first half. Well, what's that got to do with anything?
Yeah, nothing. 0.
Now, he's having a kick from 41 metres out here, which is very interesting. They knocked back a kick from right in front 10 metres out in the first half. Now they want him to kick it from 41. Go to that vision behind the post again, please. That's a good shot. Boom.
It's starting to swing. It's off the steelwork. The ball's still alive. Oh, and Cronk was there to mop it up on the goal line. Distance wasn't a problem. There was that right to left draw which sent it thudding into the post.
Gus commentating, directing. Mate, you're the best. You're calling the shots, Jim.
Yeah, they went it to the wrong end, though. I wanted it from behind him. I should have said which end.
Let's get him a set of buttons up here. So Aurea Hargreaves, with that indiscretion, doesn't concede any points. Only narrowly. Now there's a shot on Cronk. He put the kick down to Boyd. Dumps it to Isaako.
Clear it down, Luke. Hold. Square. Hold. Go 1.
Good determination there from Oates. 11 short of the halfway line. Here's Katoni Staggs. Been playing with Redcliffe in the Intrust Super Queensland Cup. On the 4th, Roberts playing it on the 40-metre line. They come to the right-hand side. It's with Sewer. Corner good around the legs. Nicarima away from Milford. He goes to the line and stabs one through. Tedesco comfortably retrieves the ball back to his 20-metre line. Orbison. Taken by Sewer around the legs. Now Victor Radley breaks into Broncos territory. Held there by Pengawi. He's Cron. Oh, good work there, Madison with a catch and pass to Ferguson, who's in a bit of open territory. Ball's gone over the sideline.
Brisbane feed.
And it was Blake Ferguson's fault that that ball went over. It wasn't knocked out by a Bronco.
Shot clock on.
Broncos ball.
Did he try to kick this at the end or something? It just sort of spurred it out.
Yeah, he did.
He did kick it.
Into a Broncos leg, went over the sideline without being played at.
Heads in. Time your run here, Victor. Time your run, James.
29,009 the crowd at Suncorp tonight.
Stay bound. Hold.
There'll be an empty seat in the house when Origin time comes around. Not far away now. Seedle exclusively live here on 9. State of Origin. Robert steals 8 or 9 metres. 16 shy of the halfway. McCulloch. Through the hands. Out now to Katoni Staggs. On the final play, Milford. Drop punt style high kick. Manu's the man under the gun. He takes it well. With Isaako charging down the field. Now Mitchell. Brilliant performance again tonight from Latrell. And James Tedesco, who has only 1 try in all of his collective appearances against Brisbane, formerly as a Tiger, as a Rooster this evening. And a Boyd Cordner. Galloping into enemy territory. Quick play of the ball. That was forward from dummy half.
That's really lazy. Really lazy from Jake Friend.
All up, badge.
Well, it's lazy by all of them. They knew they wanted the ball to come short side. Jake Friend will take a look infield first and then comes out and just throws it forward.
Here we are. Set them up.
There's a lot more of that than there used to be. It's because teams trying to get to the advantage line in a hurry.
Heads in.
So many forward passes from a lot of the dummy halves these days.
How many forward passes did you throw in your career, Fatty?
Maybe 1.
They do it 3 times a week here.
You're supposed to pass it back, right?
They're the rules.
Yeah.
Pass it back.
I think it went straight to a Canterbury player who ran 60 metres and scored.
Mr. Pungai Jr. What a prospect this man is. Late offload as well. Sucked in 3 of them. Then played chicken with the defence. Thaida's within 25 of the line. Korea Hargreaves slow off Sam Thaiday there. Pengawi showing it on the outside to Sims. Takes on the defence himself. 4th tackle for Brisbane. They're behind by 2. When they find the front again. Milford dummying, trying to step through Milford, offloading to Thaiday. He gives it back to Corbin Sims. Out to McCulloch, now to Boyd. Now it's with Katoni Staggs. And he's only 6 out. Away to Milford. Kicks towards the goal line. Knocked on by Tedesco. He's in an offside position. Victor Radley.
He's come.
I think he's got back
He's come back past the point of the knock-on.
Yes.
It's just a knock-on.
Here.
It's out there, boys.
They're not liking this, the Roosters. The Roosters really like to dominate opponents.
Shot clock on.
And when they're not getting it going their way, they can be rattled. And the Broncos are rattling them tonight. Little kick by Milford. Here's the knock on. You see Radley will get back behind where the ball was touched. Just.
I like that kick that Milford's developed over the last year and a half. It's one he just bangs straight into the ground so it pops up. This makes it a fraction harder to gather in with that straight into the turf. So, you know, it's bouncing awkwardly.
Gee whiz, if they could get to the front here, you know, the Broncos, they've got the Roosters rattled.
Oh, they get the ball back. Roberts with the ball. They're in. Isaako scores. It only took them one play off the scrum, and the Broncos are back ahead.
Well, you'd have to say that's another Broncos try courtesy of a Roosters mistake. But you've got to take them all you can. A brilliant play, and this one was James Roberts who creates this. Little in and away, look, gets around, draws him in, and away goes the winger. It's easy for the wingers these days. He's got to fall over the line. Beautiful play from Roberts and a great pass.
Yeah, and this was what Latrell can do in defence. He can make a real error in defence. He's strong physically, but sometimes he just doesn't read the play as well. Gets off his line far too hard. Roberts easily evades him, gets back on the inside, and he puts Isaako away. Brad Fittler.
Well, Sydney with Darren Lockyer, as they packed the scrum in the middle of the field, and he said this is where every scrum should be packed. Why is that, Lockie?
Well, it's a bit more exciting the more predictable scrums we get where they are now. I just think it's more of a contest, one-on-one. We saw it there. The speed of Roberts just worried Mitchell. He went to the outside and then away it went. I just love it when it's a one-on-one contest from a scrum.
Well, there's a lot to love about this game overall, Darren and Brad. It's been a wonderful game. Just under half an hour left. The Broncos poke their noses back ahead. Isaako from touch. It looks okay. It's a beauty. 16-12.
Stay behind here, Joseph.
Yeah.
Catch.
Brisbane by 4 points. Corbin Sims. Tedavano in 15. Cordner in 11, combining in defence. Now Sewer.
Well, do these young Broncos the world of good to know they're in front on the scoreboard. 28 minutes to go. It's a long 28 minutes, but they've come here with a plan. They've come with belief. They're physically matching their opposition.
Darius Boyd, second most experienced player on the park tonight. Playing it back to Nikorima. He had to rush a kick away. Falls on the Roosters' 10-metre line. Tedesco will get back beyond the 20. It's tackled by Thaiday, who's the most experienced player on the park. Now Ferguson up into Rangai Jr. and Staggs. 11 short of halfway. Orbison this time.
Kid's got him again. Staggs, he's all over him.
Cronk takes them on. Hit by Joe Offengawi.
They do look shell-shocked here, the Roosters, I must say. Plenty of blokes looking at each other saying, what's on, what's on?
Keary goes aerial. It's been taken back here. Knocked on by the Roosters was the call from the referee anyway, so Brisbane have come back with the ball. And Boyd copped a bit of hammer there from Maria Hargreaves. Now for Roberts. Can only pick up 6 metres. I can't think of too many faster games this year, Paul.
Yeah, it's a testament to the players' fitness and courage that they're all still going at 1,000,000 miles an hour.
You do get games like this a lot, though, in Brisbane. I always enjoy coming up here, watching the Broncos, because they are these sorts of games.
Here's a chance. Oh, Sewer! I bet he wishes he didn't throw that ball. Manu now tries to turn them inside Nicarima with McCulloch. They bring him down on the 30.
Well, mark that down as a possible turning point.
You can hear the referee saying there's Milky in the ruck, and they give the penalty anyway because Friend tried to pick it up, but he passed it straight into Darius Boyd.
Yeah, but Jake's Friend's teammates were screaming for the ball out on the right-hand side. They had the Broncos busted, and all he's trying to do is win a penalty.
There's the offload. Cronk turns it for James Tedesco. Palms off one. Palms off Milford. He's put down 11 out from Brisbane's line. The leaders exchanged hands 5 times tonight, and we're about to see a 6th. Tedavano. Only 5 short. Patrick Mago, the 17, in his first appearance as a Bronco, one of the defenders. Radley for the line. Oh, he had corner unmarked. He didn't find him. Friend sweeps it away. Cooper Cronk. Away now to Ryan Madison. He stopped 11 out. 4th tackle. Tedesco. He has a dash. Gets within 3 of the line. Here's the last play. Cronk now. Kicks up in the air. Oh, he wants the jump there from Manu. The ball's on the ground. We'll have to see if there was a Roosters hand.
No,
if not,
I don't think so.
It'll be a Mitchell try. And we'll be locked up.
I have off Broncos, 6 more, and then try.
Wow.
What's going to review the contest to grounding?
The linesman, I'm sure he said, I've got a knock on Roosters. I'm sure he said that.
Yeah, the linesman was back on this side of the ball. The referee's the other side of the ball.
Left side kick chase is onside.
Cooper Cronk, one of his hooking balls that comes back into the path of his own teammate. Manu goes up. Isaako. Well, it's hard to say that Manu hasn't got a piece of this.
Has to have touched it.
Yeah, I think the linesman's right.
But the ball first comes into contact with the hands of Jermaine Isaako. It then makes contacts with the hands of Joseph Manu. It's a double knock-on. We have a decision.
So there'll be a knock-on against the Broncos, I'd imagine, which will mean probably a line dropout.
Jake for us. Grab whoever's captain, Boyd or Jake. It's off Jermaine's hands first, then it's touched by Joseph. So it's a knock-on first against Jermaine to scrum, Roosters feed.
So they're saying Jermaine was in the field of play.
All right, one up to the linesman because the referee, Gerard Sutton, then he walked over and said, I don't think so. I think it was off the Broncos, but well done to the touchy.
That's not the way to address it. Yeah.
I'll call you when I need you.
Roosters.
Heads in.
Broncos are all around the goalpost. They'd want to put a little spread on because the Roosters are spread wide.
Lock them up for me, Doris.
Oh, boys.
Get the feeling this is a very important set of 6. Kurt Baptiste is 16, and he's out there for the Roosters. He's Ferguson. Taken well by Oates. They're 15 out from the line here. An absorbing contest at Suncorp in VB Friday Night Football.
Andrew, 1 foot.
8 metres out, the Roosters. They're poised. Kurt Baptiste spins it over for Cronk, who takes them on. Ball spews out the back. Knock on! Listen to the Suncorp crowd of nearly 30,000.
Ball's out the back here.
I don't know how much hope they came to the ground with tonight with such a young Broncos team and so many star players out. But the confidence is growing in the team and it's growing in the supporters.
Can I ask the question where the knock-on is there?
You can, but no one will answer it.
But it didn't go forward even a millimetre. It went backwards.
Let's have a look at the VB hard work index. It's Joe Offangao. Oh, the algorithm likes him tonight.
He's streaking ahead. They're rattled, the Roosters.
So Patrick Mago, 2 appearances in Cowboys colours last year. Switched to the Broncos. It's his first taste for the club tonight. The 17, you see him running decoy there. Nicarima spins the ball. Jaden Sewer nearly finds some open territory. 13 inside the Roosters half. Nicarima down a short side. Chips over the top. Tedesco covers. He'll be pinned in the corner.
Well, that's where you want him to have it.
Now Ferguson ran hard, but he was met by a brick wall.
He nearly lost it too.
He did lose it, Paul. That was a late call.
Sorry, right there,
Yeah, they're really on tilt, the Roosters. I've said they've been rattled, but they've gone to full-blown tilt here. Broncos are pressuring them all the way, forcing turnovers, and they're just running freer. You feel like the Roosters are clamming up a little bit. Favouritism's got to them. They can't understand the scoreboard. This wasn't how it's supposed to go tonight. We were supposed to be winning easy. We're behind on the scoreboard. The old master up there, he's waved the magic wand on the kiddies again tonight from Queensland and said, "Let's go, kids. Stick it into them."
Pangai Jr. Bit of cramp in the calf. Let's hope that's all it is for Brisbane's sake.
You going to be all right?
One step here, mate.
You all right? Make sure you use your foot.
Hold, go, 1.
Fine. Baptiste first to meet him. Gee, another try here. And gee, they're hard to pull back the Broncos.
Oh, they're searching the Broncos. You can feel it.
Here's Milford with the ball to Joel Pengawi. Maria Hargreaves and Baptiste bring him to ground. The line is almost there for them. Milford with a kick to the in goal. Sewer had a play at it, and it was touched at the very last second by Manu.
What a touch of class.
It was a touch first by Brisbane, however.
Touch of class there by Milford.
Well, he must have got his hands to this, Sewer.
Yep, just
did.
there.
Couldn't get a handle on it. Look at the Roosters bunch behind the play of the ball here. And they've got a penalty. Can you believe that?
There's Blake's in front.
They're going nowhere. They're doing nothing.
I'm coming through. Cooper, just got to get...
And somehow they find a penalty they don't deserve.
Yep.
Patrick.
I'll come through, Badge.
Yeah, mate. On the line, Cooper. Yeah. You, Jeff.
They were going nowhere then, the Roosters.
Up on the line, Kurt.
On the line, boys.
Still 19 and a half minutes to go. Long time.
And only 4 points is the margin.
You flopped in. Andrew McCullough.
Wait, you got to play offside.
Now it's a flop. An old flopperoo.
Why don't they kick it out? Why do they take the tackle?
Good tackle, Mago on Talkiaho. 25 out. The Roosters through Keary, who scored 2 tonight. Tackled by Milford. Now Madison goes inside the red zone. There's Roosters jumpers stacked out left. Cronk will go for a run. Cooper Cronk nearly there. He loves playing at Suncorp, Cooper. 12 wins from 15 games before tonight. That was good defence by Nicarima and Patrick Mago that time. Baptiste, away to Cronk, up in the air. There had to be a penalty, yeah.
Mitch Orbison was taken out of play. Run off his line.
Escort.
So another 6. The Broncos is starting to look a little tired, but they're in front. They've got to hang on.
Well, that was an awful set of 6 from the Roosters. Awful. particularly from a penalty tap restart. And they've found another penalty at the back end of it. Cooper Cronk barking out instructions.
Tapping.
Rhea Hargreaves, one-hander. It's up for Taukei'aho this time. Offhand Gowie wrapping him up on the deck. Baptiste will go to the left-hand side. It's with Isaac Liu, who gets through and slams the ball down. 16 all. And a conversion from virtually in front.
And just like that, out of nothing, the Roosters are about to hit the lead. They've been scrambling and scrabbling and battling away for most of this half. It's been all the Broncos. Played well, the Bronx. They've defended stoutly. Look at this, just one little miss. And that's a great effort. Great effort by Liu.
Brad Fittler.
Well, you're thinking of Mitchell and Keary and Cooper and all these other blokes. We come down to Isaac Liu. He's been doing some great ball playing through the middle and bringing a little bit of change in amongst those big forwards. And that time was just a sweet bit of footwork on Andrew McCulloch. You can see Nicarima, they all wanted to slide. They all thought it was going out to Mitchell. But Liu, a little left foot shimmy, brings the Roosters even.
Well, after all the great defence that they've done, the Broncos, to concede a try like that would be really disappointing. It's a nothing try. It's just a lack of concentration try. They've hit hard in defence all night, but they get off their line sliding sideways. Get beaten by a little inside jink. Nice and easily, Latrell.
The Roosters are ahead by 2.
Wait, Jermaine. Time you're on here, James. Wait. Waiting.
Well, just when you thought Brisbane had the Roosters nearly done for, they fight back.
Well, have a look at that.
That was a nice pass.
Blake Ferguson stumbles, dives, catches the ball and then loses it. Straight back to his teammate. Have a look at this. Stumbles, gets it, got it, ball bounces out of his hands.
Taukei'aho, 5 his side of halfway. Baptiste with a run of 5 metres before he goes to Rhea Hargreaves. Cronk on 5. Down for Boyd, who's under pressure here from a charging Tedesco. Corey Oates gets up 10 metres. Rhea Hargreaves there to help Madison with the defence. Ball shifted over now to Isaako. He wants to play this quickly and he's able to do that. Nicarima away now to Sewer. Oh, ball's come free. Ball's been lost.
Oh dear.
Okay, all up. Yes, mate. Shot clock on.
Sewer, he was the one that fumbled that ball at the other end of the field with a chance to score a try. Roosters came down, penalty, and got across the line, and he's come up with a fumble coming out of trouble. Maybe that lost try opportunity still on his mind and just didn't secure the ball.
And the Roosters now get a sense that they can surge ahead here and maybe close this game out with another converted try.
Well, the Broncos have got to dig in.
Manu from the wing. As the Roosters 24 out from the Broncos line, he's in the centre of Suncorp Stadium. Taukei'aho running into Sewer. Mago was there as well. Down the left-hand skinny side they come. Corner will cut back towards the open. He's in a wrestle with Patrick Mago. That's the 10-metre line. That's Baptiste. That's Liu. That's Cronk. Now it's Tedesco. Tedesco for the line. Oh, he nearly got there, James. Surrounded by Broncos. He was nearly good enough, the number 1. Keary with it. Stabs it in. Corner's chasing. Corner gets the ball down.
You clear like that? You're all good?
They're going to check the
that will be
bunker.
tackle 5. Try. Just clearing the ground and Ash.
Oh, they're pretty confident. And Boyd Cordner's had a pretty good game tonight.
Roosters kick chase is onside.
Maintains possession. That'll be
Boyd
a try.
Cordner gains possession of the ball and grounds the ball in the in-goal area. We have a decision.
They go back-to-back, the Roosters.
And once again, you've got a try being scored after a opposing team's mistake. Drop ball by the Bronx. And a few tackles later. And I must say, a very good run by Tedesco to set up this field of play out to the left here. He nearly got there himself, Tedesco, but smart play, isn't it? Beautiful kick.
It's always a play against the Broncos because Darius Boyd likes to get up in the line so much. So whenever you've got Darius Boyd involved in the defence or in the defensive line, the halves are looking to poke the ball in behind the line. Keary waits this perfectly. There's tries in this kid, Keary. Through the boot, through the run, through the pass. He can create tries. Brad Fittler.
Well, Boyd Cordner and Keary have watched about 3 of those kicks go behind them tonight with James Roberts, the intender. This time they turned it around with Darius Boyd out of the line. And it was like he wasn't conscious of his position then, Darius. He came so far up out of the line and so far in from where the ball was. He chased up on a front row forward. There was only one pass to Luke Keary and all that space. And Boyd Cordner, who actually sees a game like a half and a centre, he just pointed to the ground and it was an easy outcome. It is an important kick to go 8 clear. The heart will be pumping. Goes through the process and hits the post. Hits the post.
Let's see if that's costly, Brad.
I watched him before the game and he was warming up and he had one in a very similar position but on the good side and not far out, and he sprayed that one as well. I saw Jason Taylor, his kick coach, has put his head down, but here's the try. Look at Cordner, left hand out. Look at all that beautiful green grass. In behind James Roberts.
Wait, mate, we're still on the clock.
Wow,
Stay behind there,
only
boys.
6 clear now, the Roosters. 12 minutes to go. We've got a game.
It's a thankless job, goal kicking, but that's your responsibility. You want your goal kicker to kick them once.
Here's the man that arrested back the lead for the Roosters in Isaako. A reminder about Sunday footy. We're down in the Shire, Southern Cross Group Stadium, where the Sharkies are hoping to continue this red-hot run of form. They expect to have Paul Gallen back as well. They're up against the Bulldogs. We're live at 3 from 3 p.m.
The Bermuda Triangle, mate.
Yep.
You know exactly what's going to happen there, Senator.
So we all get there safe and sound.
Getting there's easy, getting home.
So Baptiste will play it. Keary rushed into the dummy half work. And Cronk, that was nice. Ducked in behind the defence. Put a kick through. Right up against the goal line, it stops. And Corey Oates goes beyond the 10. Cronk down there with Keary to stop him.
Well, the crowd finding their voice. They know they're still in it. Maybe they're smelling Golden Point.
I think they want a penalty. Lodge 12 short of the halfway. Now Corbin Sims.
Tackle 4. Corbin, out the back, get the blood cleaned up. Tackle 4.
Jump out the back. Just get it cleaned out. 4.
Tackle 4,
Oh,
boys.
dear.
Tackle 4. Someone else
Someone's going to
play
play
it.
the ball. Someone's going to play the ball.
Their head wounds can bleed like that.
Yeah, that could be a half-inch cut.
Yeah.
They bleed pretty badly, those ones. Doesn't worry him. He'll be back into it in a sec.
On the last offhand, Gowie is tackled. Might have copped the boot or the lights.
I think he copped the left elbow.
The kick retrieved by Blake Ferguson. Look at him accelerate here, Blake. Back to the 20. And he's tackled by Sir. He's lost the ball. That's the break the Broncos wanted.
Unbelievable.
Well, it's happened twice to Blake.
Yeah. Dropped it on his, I think it was his last carry down this end.
He does a lot of work during the course of a game. He's probably done more work than any winger of any club all year. But every now and then, he's got one of these in him. Just bobbles it into the tackler, and here come the Broncos.
And it's telling perhaps that it was Jaden Sewer down there. He's made a couple of handling errors himself in this second half, Jaden Sewer. But that tackle could be a big play in the outcome of this match. Can Brisbane cash in? Oh, they're offhand. We got the pass away, and it's come back for Friend.
Wow. Tackle one. That's just that little bit of inexperience. Trying his best for his team, but he just comes up with a bad play at that time.
It's Liu with it for the Roosters. Hungai Jr. and McCulloch combining in defence. Through the hands, Madison delivered the pass. Ferguson back out on the wing. He stopped just short of the halfway line. Tackle 5 here. Back for Croft. Boyd will catch it on the full. And he's got white jumpers lined up across the 30-metre line.
Well, Milford and Nicarima, they're the two. They're the ones that have got to provide the smarts here.
And Roberts.
Here's Roberts. Oh, Roberts! Roberts runs straight around them. Down the wing. Comes back inside. This is electric. This is Jimmy the Jet. And he's absolute best.
Oh, wow. Wow, 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 wow. Jimmy the Jet out of absolutely nothing. Wow. Now look at it with a blue jersey on.
You might have the New South Wales centre pairing here.
Yeah.
Latrell Mitchell and Jimmy the Jet Roberts. That's what he can do, ladies and gentlemen. He's a star. He is a star, James Roberts.
Well, that's what you live for when you come to watch James Roberts play.
Look, the whole crowd, they're still up. They're all standing.
Out of nothing, out of nothing, out of nothing. Just burns them. And then burns Tedesco. Burns Keary. See you later, alligator.
Brilliant, brilliant speed.
Fastest man on the planet. On the planet. Harvey Norman replay. James Roberts.
Yeah, Latrell got him early, but I think Roberts might be leading 40-30 in that centre battle tonight.
Wow. That looked like under sevens. Just ran around a lot of them.
Look like a video game.
Yeah, just ran around a lot of them.
So Isaako to level us up at 22 all, and Latrell Mitchell with that conversion colliding with the post. How big a factor might that be?
Yeah, he's had a few pressure kicks, this kid, and he's come through every time.
Well, locked up. Let's go to Darren's sideline.
Yeah, well, that speed's got Mitchell spooked. He set up the try earlier from the scrum here. Again, Mitchell was worried about his speed on the outside. He goes up to push him back in. And the second time here, he tries to do the same thing. He tries to push Roberts back in, but then he just walks for that split second, Mitchell. He goes, well, hang on a minute, I'll just run around you, and then I'll run around the winger, and then I'll step inside one of the fastest guys in the competition. Unbelievable.
Fastest man on the planet.
Time it, Cooper.
Even the veteran old coach likes that one. That was a smile.
Well, he very nearly got out of his seat. Very nearly. He went to get out of his seat and he thought, nah, I'm too...
Oh, was! Forcing a pass and crisis very narrowly averted by Boyd.
Somehow you just felt this is where this game would end up.
Friday. Oh, he's hit hard by Cordner. Playing it quickly. Oh, what about that? Out of the line. Comes Napa. He's knocked Corbin Sims senseless. And they've kicked off. I reckon this is high and it might be a real bad one.
Well, let's just...
Guys, easy.
He's done this a few times tonight, Dylan, but he did it.
I've got these three.
Got a real good one earlier, good shot.
Easy, guys.
But he's dived quite a few times and mistimed it, and this is one of those occasions. He might pay for this.
Go that way. Take him that way. Blake, can you go
Corbin
that way?
Sims still down.
Let's have a look.
Corey.
Oh, it's a head
It's a head clash.
It's a head clash.
Corey, go that way for me, mate. Jake.
That's what I mean. You just got to wait till you see the replay.
Yeah.
It's a head clash.
Yeah, I'm coming.
It's unfortunate, but it's a head clash.
Go that way for me, mate.
His head catches him on the chin. That's what I mean. Everybody rushes in and everybody assumes.
Okay, what makes
Until you see the replay, it's just an unfortunate collision.
All right.
Just go that way. Just go that way. Go that way.
Corbin Sims is up and he's walking to the sideline. So we can check that one.
All right, so we're going bin.
Cool heads have got to prevail here.
They're going to put him in the bin.
No, I think that's the head bin. He's
The head bin?
Yeah.
Jake?
Head bin.
Dylan?
No, I'm telling you, I think he might be going in the sin bin.
Dylan?
It's a head clash. It's a head clash.
He has led with the head in a dangerous fashion.
What?
It's on report and he's in the bin.
What?
He's stepped, he's gone for a tackle, two big blokes. If he steps and there's an accidental collision of heads,
I understand what
you're saying he's led with the head. Mate, that's a big
I understand what you're saying.
No, well then how did you just make that decision if you understand
Jake,
what I'm saying?
I've told you the action is dangerous.
Wow. Now, we'll see players running at each other from kickoffs and set plays the whole time and will clash with heads. I know it's awkward, but I don't believe he's led with his head to headbutt the opposition player at all. He's wrong-footed with his shoulder. The heads come up, they've collided. And you're trying to say that he led with his head? I mean, who does that?
All the great defenders, you've got to lead with your head when you go in to make a tackle.
But you're not leading with your head to headbutt.
No, that's right.
That's
an accident.
That's extraordinary.
It's ridiculous.
So Suarez tackled, and just to explain this is new this season that acts of foul play can result in sin binnings, and part of the criteria is that it needs to be a reportable offence, and that's what has been ruled out there by Jared Sutton.
Here comes a field goal, I would think.
They're going to go to the left on tackle 3. Ball bounces for Friday. Oh, gee. They're making hard work of it here, Brisbane. Couple of errant passes. Now Nicarima plays short. Jaden Suarez tackled. 5 out from the line. Now Milford stationed behind them. They go back to Nicarima, who goes to Milford. They took too long. Milford puts a kick through. It sits up. Ferguson's got it. And Blake is tackled 5 out from his own line. And rushing up Milford on Orbison. Ferguson again, 3 tackles gone, 16 out from their own line. They're trapped down here, the Roosters. They're a man down for the remainder of regular time. It's Taukeaho with it. That relieves a bit of pressure. Now Cronk, he'll go for a run. Cooper! Cronk straight through. Sends it over the top. It's been knocked on. Oh, Cronk opened them up, but the support wasn't there for him.
Well, that's where he needed his fullback looming up. He got into the backfield. They rounded him up pretty quickly.
Here's your foot.
Cooper Cronk, tackle 5. Defenders racing up. They don't take the man. Keary's back on the inside. He gets a check from Matt Lodge. Keary would have been right alongside Cooper Cronk, but Matt Lodge got him. And in the end, he threw it wide, and Madison couldn't make the grab. Here come the Broncos. 3 minutes left on the clock. Coming in for the kill.
Here's Oates, strong run. Really strong run. Playing it on the 20, on the 40, pardon me. Here's Pangai Jr. He gets up to the 30. How long will they wait? One more towards the post, maybe two. Lodge with it. The defence rushed up. Milford's the man. We know he's a field goal exponent. No, it's Isaako instead. Isaako in behind them. He's confused. He didn't know whether to kick or whether to run. He takes the latter option. Jermaine Isaako will score. Wow! What a game at Suncorp! Jermaine Isaako has scored what might be the match winner.
Everyone expected the field goal, and indeed Isaako was going to try and kick the field goal, but they came up on him quick, forced him to run. He's run by mistake, and when he ran, there was just fresh air. Look at this, he goes, right, I'm going to kick the field goal. They're coming up now. I've got to go to the left. There's no one else to pass it to. Well, no, look, I'll just have a go on my own. And there it is. Great step there, and away he went.
Well, the move he puts on them there, once he gets into fresh air, the right foot step was absolutely bliss. Watch as he goes through the line and puts the right foot on Cooper Cronk. Cooper Cronk ends up with fresh air. Harvey Norman replay, that's your match winner. Brad Fittler.
That's the third game this young bloke in his first year for the Broncos has won a game for the Broncos. You remember he kicked a goal from 30-odd out against the Tigers at Campbelltown Stadium. He also kicked a goal after extra time against the Bulldogs. He kicked a goal to get the scores even, and now he scores the try against the Chooks. What a start for a Broncos career, Jermaine Isaako. Take a bow.
Amazing. What a game. It's had everything.
Well, they just kept coming, the young Broncos. They kept coming, kept coming, kept coming. And the Roosters have folded. So we've got 41 seconds. This has to be a short kickoff. It has to be retrieved. And within a couple of tackles, come up with a try, or the Roosters, who are raging hot favourites coming into this one against a depleted Broncos, in the end have just been outplayed by a younger, more enthusiastic group.
Just make sure that's right off.
Who have played with no inhibition, no restriction.
Time your run, Blake.
And they've just kept believing. Here goes Latrell with the short one.
It's gone 10. There's numbers there. It's bounced back. The Roosters are going to win the ball, but it's going to be on their side of the half. Well, it's not done for yet. Mitchell. The way this game's gone, don't put it past them. 25 seconds. Lodge with a big shot. The Roosters will get probably 2 plays. Ball's come free. Penalty.
Go 10, Matt. Go
the
10.
penalty goal's of no use. Corner taps. Sends it away. Cronk's got the ball. Now it's with Madison. Now Orbison with the right foot step. He's got to play quickly. This will be it.
This is it.
This will be it. He's played it poorly. It's a penalty.
They've got a penalty. They've got a penalty.
How deliberate is that?
It's a sin bin. It's a sin bin.
It's a sin bin.
Can you just check that for us, Ash? He kicks it out on purpose. Who?
So
You're not going to put somebody in the bin after the full-time Hooters gone.
Darius.
Well, I suppose it's important if it
That
does
is
go to goal and
deliberate.
point.
That is deliberate. It's a professional foul.
See you later, yeah. So this has got to be a tap kick.
And a bomb.
That way,
A
mate.
kick across field. Latrell Mitchell Joseph Manu, your targets.
They couldn't, could they?
Well, the game's had everything else. He's had everything else. He's just kicked that away, the Bronco. He said, you're not going to play that ball. So time's up. We're down to 0. One play, one kick.
Here's Cronk. Here's Keary. Away to Tedesco. Corner! Nearly through. Tedesco catches. The Broncos make the tackle. It's game over. And the Broncos, the game's over. The players haven't heard it. Well, that sums up what we've seen tonight. Extraordinary rugby league. Brilliant drama. But one of the most courageous Broncos wins we've seen for a very, very long time. James Bracey, over to you.
Oh, Matthew, what on earth did we just witness? 28 points to 22. The Broncos beating the Roosters here at Suncorp Stadium. Wally Lewis alongside me in the studio. Wally, when you consider the depth of talent they've lost leading into this match, Brisbane, that's a window saver.
Yeah, stunning. Absolutely stunning. The players set themselves a personal challenge, which was about a quarter of what I expect the coach would have set them to try and achieve. Absolutely magnificent performance. I think every player out there can feel very proud of their performance.
And being able to hold their nerves like that at the death in that sort of situation against the class of a Roosters side coming in red hot form.
Yeah, that was probably one of the most impressive features, how they remained cool, calm and collected in some pretty tough situations, particularly when the Chooks came back right at the end. An inexperienced team, you'd expect that they could crack in a situation like that. Brisbane did it pretty comfortably. But now that they've set the level, they've got to live up to that each and every week.
I'll tell you what, have you seen Wayne Bennett as animated as that?
I don't think so. That was one of the things I think that amused most of the people here at the crowd. We've never ever seen him reacting like that too often throughout his coaching career. Obviously, that win was very special to him.
Look, the animosity between the two teams, a lot of players out there trying to impress for Origin selection too. They just had that finals feel about it tonight as the game wore on. The first 40 and it was backed up in the second.
Yeah, well, I think the Roosters probably respected just how desperate Brisbane were in the first half. It was quite impressive the way that they went to all levels to try and achieve the success, and they knew that they had to pull something out right at the end to get back into the game. They did so quite comfortably. They are a very good team, the Roosters, but the Brisbane Broncos, they can feel pretty happy with what they've achieved.